Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time y'all watching this. It's Marquis, aka Cevere from Boston, man. We going to Ossining, New York to go visit Malz Monday. Malz Monday is one of my favorite MCs, rappers, and producers. He does it all, man. So let's talk about it. His album called D.O.L.L.A.R. It's the acronym of dollar. It came out September 9th, 2024. 36 minutes and 42 seconds. He does have a new album in 2025, so go check that out too. Like, subscribe, share the video, man. Let's talk about each record. We do on this channel. We break each song down and show it some love. All right, number one is Patiently Waiting. Patient like this track. This track comes on a bit subtle, to the album start. It's not like a in your face boom bap. It kind of comes on with a smooth atmosphere to a certain extent. The whole, pretty much the entire album is like a smooth jazz type of tone. You know what I mean? Malz Monday has developed patience. You can tell. This is rare in anyone, right? Especially now, the times we're living, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need patience, right? Having patience is a skill, right? It is. It's not everyone has patience. I say, Mr. Monday, you're a star. Currently, I'm a fan first, and you're a fire artist, and I like the way the album starts. Number two is Cream, of course. Shout out to Wu-Tang, get the money, dollar bill, you all that. But yeah, this album's talking about money. That's what's the most important thing in this world currently. Money. What do people respect? Money. You know what I mean? So Cream, we worship the dollar, right? What is money though? Money used to be shells, seashells. Like, what is money? It's a thought, right? It's like, hey, this pen is money. How much is it? And then this paper's more money. How much is, So now we got crypto. Crypto, money, the dollar bill is decreasing. The administration is not doing too well. Stock market's crashing. The world's burning. We're gonna need artists, such as Malz Monday to give us some type of calm, aura, right? He's a great gift to gab, with Malz, great patience. He's able to create as an artist, producer, rapper, like I said, is a pure talent. Love the jazzy background. It's the messages is basically get money, but be patient. Listen to the, his messages. Listen to the music. View the titles alone. He's kind of like giving you these messages subconsciously or consciously, right? Number three, Adam and Eve. The Bible, right? Controversial book. Is full of jealousy, envy, and hate. It's called the good book. It's called the good book, but it's full of jealousy, envy, and hate. There's love sprinkled around, but all the stories, or at least the popular stories, are the ones full of revenge and but anyway, in the beginning, Adam and Eve, right? They lost the Lord's trust, right? Anywho. This is another solid jazz track, giving the MC room to preach, right? He's on this pedestal. He's giving us his version of what's important in life, if you agree or disagree. Number four is called Basics. Cash in on your talents. And I get this message, he's saying, if you have any talents, cash in on them. If you're a talker, maybe go be a speaker. If you're an artist, maybe go do paintings or something. Sell your paintings. But having one job is not going to be sufficient. You're going to need at least 7 streams of income. Find those passive income streams. If you know of any, put them in the comments. But yeah, number 4 is basics. I enjoy the airy track that provides the rapper to stick to the basics without being basic, right? He's just a great lyricist. Like I said, I'm a huge fan. Just a dope artist. Number 5 is Main Road. The music is very relaxing. It's rap music you can listen to in the morning or on Sunday. Like some music, most of the rap I know I listen to, I'm not listening to on Sunday, the Lord's Day, right? I'm not listening to certain rap early in the morning. You can put on Malz Monday, at least this album, and it won't affect your spirit. Let's put it that way. This humble, talented gentleman is in a rare form. He confines the elements of hip hop in peace with his positive aura. So shout out to Malz Monday. He's doing what he needs to do. Number 6 is called Major. One of the best optimistic rappers. He's just one of the best. Like when I listen to him, I know what I'm gonna get. I know he's gonna try to teach some lessons, some life lessons. He's gonna talk about his world and kind of relate it to what's going on, presently. And he's his albums are fantastic. He hasn't missed with me. Pause. He hasn't missed with me on any of these albums. The albums are fire, man. So number 6 is Major. There's good and bad business, right? There's legal and illegal business, right? This is the message I'm getting from this record. You can't be Dexter. If you watch Dexter, you can't be, a serial killer, but at the same time, everyone loves you, right? You just can't, right? Another record speaking common sense. This rapper speaks common sense, and this is probably why, I'm drawn to him, because, he's actually saying things that relate to me in my world, right? Number 7 is called Rearview. Rapper's moving forward. He's not looking in his rearview mirror. He's moving forward. Of course, we probably need this, once in a while, have memories, think about memories, look in the rearview for a brief time, but you have to move forward. You have to move forward. So more upbeat track, like an R&B 2-step track. You can kind of get your step on. Malz Monday is cooler than a Coors Light, leaving his ops in the rear view. Let's go to number 8, Giannis. I like the way he emphasized the word Giannis. He's saying, let's be honest. Like, it's dope. It's just dope, right? Is your self-worth the amount of money in your bank account? Or is your self-worth, loving yourself, and loving others? What is your self-worth? Do you say, oh man, I got $20 in the bank account, I'm worth nothing? Hopefully not. Everyone's worth the same. Everybody's human, right? Everybody's, worth loving, and, so your bank account doesn't reflect on who you are, but you just need to work harder to elevate the wealth and get wealthy, get money, because that's what controls the economy. That's what controls the world. If you want respect, get money the legal way. So number 8, Giannis, is quality beats and bars. Malz is playing chess, not checkers, right? Love the premise of the soulful record. This is an intelligent man with intelligent bars. Number 9 is Nelson Park. This record, kind of like, you can tell he's versatile, because this record kind of goes off the beaten path a little bit. This record reminds me of those days, the good old, I don't want to say the good old days, or back in the days. Shout out to Illegal. But, the days of being like, when I used to roll with 20 or 30 people for no reason. We was 20 or 30 deep for no reason. This record feels like that energy. Quality songs bring out memories and moods, and that's what this record kind of brings. And then you go to the next record, number 10. It's called Beautiful Chaos. It kind of continues a little bit. Track gives off a beautiful chaos feel Malz Monday is in his element though, right? He's in the hip hop twilight zone. He's just straight spitting. Like, I know his pen and pad is probably on fire, man. And he's just one of those respectful individuals, rappers. I'm pretty sure. You know, he's one of those men that you know, garners respect. You know, and he should, because he seems, if he lives, you know, the rhymes that he's spitting, he seems like he's a stand-up guy. Number 11, Feeling Away. Who's not feeling away? It's 2025 and this world is burning. But Malz Monday never disappoints when it comes to, you know, just the quality of music and his albums. He's a natural talent, you know, a born musician. You know, this is a soulful track that allows the rapper to feel a way, right? So how do you feel? You know, how do you feel today? You know, how are you today? How are you doing today? That's just me asking, you know, a question. How are you? How are you feeling? Hopefully well. Number 12 is Perfect. Nothing's perfect, of course, but let's just imagine, you know, everything, you know, or something can be perfect. What is your perfect world? Do you have a perfect world? Do you actually dream and think of things that can be perfect, you know, and you strive to at least get close to it? You know, if the world was perfect, would that be boring? The world would be boring, I think, if it was perfect. You got to have a little chaos, right? But I believe, you know, if it's close, the closer to perfection we get, I think we probably treat each other more like human beings, right? You know, and I'm not saying we got to be perfect. I'm just saying, like, if there's some type of, you know, some type of place that everyone kind of agrees to be, or you know, common law, or if we all agree, no, we can't all agree. That's the thing. No one's all agreeing, but if there was like a good 75% of the world on the same page, I think it would be a better place. You know, if we cared for each other more and we didn't care for the dollar. You know, do we love, or do we, you know, praise that dollar bill, that green, right? Let's go to 13. It's called Storytime. A short record, but I like this record. Don't Blink. Storytime is shorter than normal. On this one, Malz Monday rewinds the time and speaks on the importance of family, and just, you know, he's reminiscing about stuff, and it's kind of it's just a good record, man. It's short. It's like one of those records you go, man, I wish it was longer. Wish you had another verse, but it is what it is, man. Right? Like, subscribe, share the video, man. Love, love, love. Number 14. Number 14. Probably my favorite track, even though I love this album, but I think 14 for me, it resonates more for some reason. This record is needed, you know, feels like this record could be played every day, every year, right? It could be played now. Like, we need this record now. You know, the messages reflect the times of today. You know, we need to slow down, like Brand Nubian. Slow down. Shout out to Brand Nubian. Yeah, slow down. So tap into Malz Monday, listen, download, purchase, and support. Record is soulful and educational and caring, just like this entire album. And the messages I get, and I guess the one message, if I had to take from this album, is take care of yourself and take care of your money. Take care of yourself and take care of your money. You know, if that's not what he was trying to portray, that's what I got from this album. 2024 Pine Nation Entertainment. I was supposed to do this album last year. I did score it. I did make it to my you know, my list at the end of the year. I believe so. Malz Monday, D.O.L.L.A.R. Shout out to Oceaning, New York. We're coming back from there. We're back in Boston. We're back in the Bean. Again, like, subscribe, share the video, man. What your favorite song on this album? Let me know. And what did you get from this album? Let me know. You know, and what do you think about the dollar? You know, the dollar's decreasing. You know, are you into crypto? Are you into the stock market? What are you doing for family wealth? Do you own property? Like, what are you doing? Help us help others, because we're going to need each other. We're going to need each other. If you don't think we're going to need each other, you're lost. You're lost. And I feel sorry for you. But love your family, hug your family, support your family and your friends. Your family and friends are going to be needed. You're going to need your family and friends at this time. Suck up your pride, and go reach out. And go reach out to even the strong people in your family, even the strong people in your friend zone. If you got strong friends, strong family members that you go, oh, they don't need me. I don't need to check on them. Check on them, because those are the ones that really probably need to be checked on. You know what I'm saying? Because they're really playing chess. They're not playing checkers. They're playing chess. They're trying to, get money. They're trying to get, out of debt. They're trying to help others. You know what I'm saying? So their mind's probably all over the place racing. But Malz Monday, D.O.L.L.A.R, I love the album. What you guys think about the project? Let me know. Let me know. Flashing lights, man. I don't know if that's... I don't know, man. I don't know. It ain't Kanye. It ain't Kanye, man. Yo, not even got no. Nope. Not even talking about Kanye and the Klan. Nope. Ku Klux Klan got nope.